Hey everyone, Russ here. So it's been a long time since I last uploaded a video. I've been going through a rough time, just like everyone else. I just haven't been mentally capable of sitting down and doing a video. But I'm hoping that will change soon. One of the changes that is happening is I have changed my username back to Russet Frost, so it's easier to find my videos, and you can easily find all of my accounts under the same name. Today we will be opening up the Wave 2 of the Warrior Cats full body plushes. And before we get into unboxing, let me just say I had no idea these were coming. I did not get any kind of email or notification from the Warrior Cats site that they had been shipped. Instead, I got an email from UPS with a tracking number and no idea who sent it. But I had an idea that it had to be the Plushes because I had nothing else that was ordered due for around this time. And several people got the Plushes before me. And I had been informed on the Clandom Discord server that there's an unusual thing in the return address that people may be noticing. Which is one of the reasons that I have the box facing with the shipping label forward and part of the shipping label blocked out so you don't see my information. Let me see if I can show you it without too much hassle. Okay, so if it will focus, you will notice on the return address, it will say EXO Sports Fulfillment. This is a sports merchandise fulfillment center, and I don't remember if the Warrior Cats website has always used them. I don't remember seeing them the last times I've gotten packages, but it's been quite a number of months since I last got a package from the Warriors merchandise. But yeah. So if any of this happens to you, it's fine. It's just the Warrior Cats plushes or other merchandise. I might email the Warrior Cats merchandise store team to say, hey, maybe you should fix this, because not everyone is going to trust mysterious emails and a name on the return address that has nothing to do with what's in the package. But anyway, as this introduction is getting way too long, let's actually start opening up what's inside the box. So I picked up the 3 plush bundle, which should have the bonus gift. And like I said, people have gotten them before me, so I know what it is, but I'm not going to spoil it early. And hopefully it'll come out last. Okay, so this is what it looks like inside the box. I opened it to make sure what it was. But yeah, we see a Squirrelflight head, and I think this is Ravenpaw's tail. So let's get Squirrel out. This is her. And Ravenpaw. And we got Brightheart. And I'll leave the bonus in there for just a little bit. And I'm not disturbing the packing slip because I don't want you to find out where I'm from. Okay. Here's what they are in their shiny, shiny little bags. So let's get them out. Free them. Starting with Squirrelflight. Here's Squirrelflight. Ravenpaw. And last but not least, Brightheart. Okay, let me just fix their whiskers. Their whiskers look terrible, and I might have to adjust things because Brightheart's getting really washed out. I don't know how to stop that. Okay, so let's smooth out their whiskers if that'll help. It's not helping. Nope. She's gonna have a funky whisker, I think. I'm gonna have to work on that on my own time, and it may take weeks to months to sort it out. Ravenpaw's not as bad, and Squirrelflight just kind of got curvy. And one's really close to her eye. Okay. So let's take a closer look, one at a time. Let's start with Squirrelflight since I've been doing her first. So let's take these two away temporarily. And let's get closer. Okay. So this is Squirrelflight. She's a dark ginger with tabby stripes. Her white paw, she's got a nick in her ear, and she's got a scar on her side, which should be on her belly. Spoilers, the scar happened during the eclipse battle, and she almost died from it. And she's got a bushy tail. And yeah, I don't want to address the plush controversy that happened when they first put up the pre-orders, but I will just say I liked the color of the ginger fur they used in the prototype better. It's still a nice color. It's still, the fur is soft. I think the nose is a little wonky. I think all three might have a wonky nose, but I think that started with the first wave. They just changed the embroidery on the nose. Another thing I'm not a fan of is the lighter undercolor color goes on the inside of the leg, which doesn't seem normal to me, since the leg is its own thing. Why did you do that? Doesn't make sense to me. It's not natural. But Warriors does not pride itself on having realistic looking cats. So the merch team has definitely kept in that spirit of non-realistic looking cats. Another thing, I noticed these when I had opened the Wave 2 of the mini plush heads, which I'm sorry I didn't do an unboxing of. They changed the tag. They don't have the little heads of the cats anymore with the that looks different. I'll show you when I compare the two waves, but this is the inside of the tag. It says she's from ThunderClan, she's a deputy, first appeared at midnight, and then she has a little quote, "I hope the mistakes I've made out of love," which is a very good quote with all the stuff that Squirrelflight has done. Let's zoom out. Okay, let's move on to Ravenpaw. Here we are with Ravenpaw. His tag is a little bent. And there's a crease from the bent because of the way he was stuffed in there. Yeah, he's got a white chest, a white tail tip, and oh yeah, there's ThunderClan. There's symbols on their paws. Instead of Ravenpaw having a ThunderClan symbol, it looks like he doesn't have any symbol on his paw. He just has the cat cut out. So I guess that represents him being a loner. Let me look at Squirrelflight. Yeah, Squirrelflight has the ThunderClan symbol. So back on Ravenpaw. Ravenpaw's tag looks like this. His tag has the underclans. He was in ThunderClan, Lion Clan, and he's now in StarClan. He was a loner. He was introduced into the wild. And his quote is, "I already have a name. I'm proud to have been Ravenpaw all my life." Which is a really good statement because Warriors throughout its series makes names really important to the characters. So I think this is a very fitting quote, especially for Ravenpaw. But yeah, there's not much to him other than his bits of white. I like him, and I'm not just saying that because so far he looks the most like my cat Zim. Though Zim doesn't have a white tail tip, and he has a bit more white elsewhere. But generally, all black with a white chest, that's generically Zim. I like him. I like Squirrelflight too. I can't really think of anything that I would change because I don't think Ravenpaw has any distinguishing markings other than his chest and tail tip. And yes, his eyes are green. Don't mistake him for Hollyleaf. I know when they teased the plushes, everyone thought it was Hollyleaf, even though months before they did a poll, and Ravenpaw was one of the winners. But yeah, I'm sure we'll probably, if they continue with the plushes, we'll get a Hollyleaf, and they'll make sure that she looks different. As you probably saw, and I'll do a little more comparison later in the vid. Squirrelflight and Ravenpaw's eyes are very different. They both have green eyes, but they're very different intensities and shades. But enough about Ravenpaw. We're moving on to Brightheart. Here we are with Brightheart. And I see her face isn't being washed out right now. And yeah, so this is Brightheart. She's got kind of a weird kind of tealish turquoise eye. I don't know where they're going with that, since I believe she just has blue eyes in the books, and sometimes mistaken with a green eye. But she most commonly is referred to with the one blue eye. And then she has her missing scarred up eye, her messed up ear, which could have been cut better. It does not look very good. Let's get a little closer. See, the cut, it looks pretty rough, and you can see the glue is still there when they glued the fur on to the felt, or whatever kind of fabric this is. And some of the cut to the fur isn't even. See that scraggly bit? Yeah. This one I'm a bit disappointed in so far. Okay, moving on. Another thing I think... Oh, now she's back to being washed out. Another thing I think is a little weird is her whisker dots are orange. I've seen a lot of cats. Granted, I do not have much personal seeing in person experience of a cat that looks like Brightheart with their coloration, but I'm pretty sure when cats have those colored dots on their muzzle where their whiskers are, they're not bright orange. Yeah. So let's go on. Oh, this I've not seen in other pictures. She has this huge scar, this patchy scar on her back that goes all the way around. So further scars of the dog pack, which I really like because she's described to have been scarred all over from the dog mauling. And I really like seeing fan art when they depict her more with more than just her face scar and her ear ripped. But yeah, she's got more orange patches. She's got the ThunderClan symbol on her paw. There's her tail, her butt. Yeah, the rest of her I quite like. I do have to say I'm the most disappointed in her, but I had the highest hopes for her because she's such a unique design. Not her pelt color, but with all her scars. And I knew it would be incredibly hard for them to recreate that in a plush. And they did do good, but some of it I'm not that happy with. Like the scar on her face is fine, even though it makes her kind of look flat on that side. But I think the most I'm upset with is not the scar on the side. I like that. It's how the ear is cut. Let me look at Squirrelflight. I think her ear's better. Yeah, look at Squirrelflight. Let's get closer. Look at Squirrelflight's ear. Her ear is actually sewn together. Why is the quality higher on this ear than on Brightheart? It might look a little wonky if you sewed it on Brightheart. Her other ear is sewn, but it would look better, in my personal opinion. So let's bring all three and bring in the Wave 1 plushes. So, Squirrelflight, Brightheart, Ravenpaw. First, we have the OG Pro Tag, Firestar. Okay, and here we can see the difference in what the tags look like. Firestar has an illustration with his face. And it's just a generic forest background with the ThunderClan symbol. Inside, pretty much the same. Oh, I remember I just forgot to look at Brightheart's tag. So let's look at Brightheart's tag before we move forward. Brightheart's tag is ThunderClan and Lion Clan. She's an elder. She appeared in Into the Wild. She was one of the stolen kits that Clawface stole at the end of the book. And her quote is, "As long as Cloudtear loved me, I was no longer Lost Face, but Brightheart," which is one of the best quotes from her. Granted, she doesn't get that many because she's not a major character, but it's a good quote. But yeah, okay. The video cut short, so here's a strange cut. So let's look at Firestar and his daughter Squirrelflight together. As you can obviously see, Firestar is a neon orange, while Squirrelflight is a brownish red with darker brown stripes. Firestar also has stripes, but his are a neon red. And they both have green eyes, different intensities. Though the green that rims the eye, the underneath of the eye, this looks to be the same color. So there's that. And you can really see how the noses changed. And a bit of the mouth too. So with the noses, they're smaller, more triangular shaped, and have more embroidery on them. And the mouths are now closer, or no, they're close, a little closer to the nose, and I think a little, yeah, they're a little wide, they're much wider. Let's see, they're much wider and longer. They're both very soft. Squirrelflight's tail, if you're wondering, it's kind of soft, but it's got like a hairy texture to it, so it's definitely not as soft as the others. But the rest of the fur, the fur itself looks to be the same type of fake fur as Wave 1, as it feels that way at least. The eye shapes are the same. The ears seem to be the same, though the ears seem to have less padding in them. But overall, they they're from the same places. If you can't see the tags or anything, this is the same brand, it's the same people making them. Which is I guess a point in their favor, so they're all of them will have the same look. But people who were disappointed in the first wave probably will be a bit disappointed in the second wave too. So let's bring in the others to just look them all. I don't think there's too much comparison to be made with the others. But okay, another cut, but this time it was because I got interrupted. But I'm gonna try to finish this real quick, because this is getting really, really long, especially for an unboxing. So anyway, here's both waves of the plushes, so all 6 all together, so you can get a look at them all together and see how they look as a set. And I pulled out of the box off screen the bonus, which it looks like this, and yes, it looks just like hair. And I wonder why. I mean, pull it out of the bag, and it's literally a ball of fur. It is a hairball with 2 ears that aren't even on right. Look at that. It's not even glued on fully. But I I didn't have high hopes for this bonus. And when I got told this is what it was, I was just like, oh yeah, this thing exists. It's supposed to be a bag charm. And the cat it's supposed to be is Graystripe. Yes, Graystripe again. But yeah, I remember when it first came onto the store, I was poking fun at it to a friend, and I literally never heard anyone on any social media platform talk about this. So I'm not surprised they threw this in, because no one was buying it. And if people did talk about it, they were saying not to buy it because this quality is the worst I've ever seen from the store. I mean, look at that. Look. I bet if I was a little more forceful, the ears would just fall off. But I didn't pay anything extra for it, so I'm not mad about that. I'm just mad that this is on the shop. I don't remember how much it is off the top of my head, but whatever it is, it's way too much for this. For a hairball, something that looks like it came out or off of a cat, and with poorly glued on ears made of like some kind of fake leather, cost way too much. If they had cut that all off and just included this, let's get it focused, just included this as a little keychain or bag charm or whatever you want to call it. I don't think it would technically qualify as bag charm, but whatever. Keychain. It would have been fine. I like this design. I like this little clan symbol of ThunderClan. It's good. But the rest of this, unnecessary. No, I don't want this. So what I'm probably gonna do is detach the hairball. I'll keep it, but I'm probably not going to display it. What I might do is take the rest of this and use it as a keychain. Yeah. So that's the new plushes plus the free bag charm. So there it is. Let's focus that. So yeah, that's it for this video. I'm sorry this took so long. I had a lot to talk about because I had a lot of thoughts. So I'm sorry for my rambling. But I hope you did enjoy if you watched this all the way through. And I have some videos that I have planned, if I get around to them. A series of videos. I talked about it in the replies to some comments. But basically it's going to be cover analysis. It's going to be a whole series. And yeah, so there's that to look forward to. When I feel like I can, I'll start doing book reviews. I don't know if I'll stick to just Warriors or if I'll do or I'll do other stuff like Warriors or just everything that I like or that I've read that I disliked. But yeah, hopefully I won't be inactive for months at a time again. And that's it. I'll hopefully see you another time. Leave a comment if you have any questions. And I'll try to get back to you right away. And that's it. Bye.